What's going on YouTube? Crypto Matrix here, coming at you another cryptocurrency stream. And guys, today I wanted to solely focus on Electroneum, just an amazing project that I consistently report on. It's actually the most popular coin on my page right now, and for just so many good reasons why. Guys, several videos ago, even a week ago, I was talking about Electroneum having a move, but in this video specifically, I was saying, guys, a move is just imminent. A volume spike came in, guys, and what have I said about the last 5 volume spikes? They were followed by a massive price movement. Guys, that happened in Electroneum overnight. We did punch back above 2 cents. Just some amazing times for the coin, guys. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a professional instructor and leverage trader, and I have helped many people discover their financial freedom through my programs. If you're not making the gains you deserve, you need to head right over to the student program and get signed up, guys. Discovering financial freedom has just been made cheap and affordable, and I make it very fun and easy, guys. Making money should be fun. Let's be real, and if you guys aren't making the gains you deserve, you owe it to yourself to join this program. But guys, there's so much price action going on, we just have to dive right into it. If you're not subscribed yet, definitely smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, and I'm going to dive right into the price action. And for those of you looking for specific coin requests, you must become a member. It's something I'm doing for my tier 1 memberships until we get too many of them. Then this will be bumped up to a tier 2 membership privilege. But that's what priority reply to comments means right now. So if you guys need a coin request, you'll get 1 coin request a month. Just become a member. All right, guys, let's dive into this Electroneum price. Now, let me just zoom out and show you guys what I've been talking about for a while now. And I'll show you exactly where I bought, show you exactly what I literally used as an indication and an awareness point for the movement incoming. Okay, so for instance, the volume that came into the market was right around here. Okay, I literally put a video up saying, guys, what happens when the volume comes into the market? We get a big movement. So guys, I was looking for dip buys around supports, and I actually caught one right here, and then I got one more right here. So I basically got in as low as I could possibly get for the current time frame, guys. So I definitely accumulated my bag a little bit. Up to a few more million Electroneum, guys. That's amazing. Good times. Now, guys, a lot of people have been having some issues with the wallet. Just for transparency, mine's been okay. Now, I know it was down for maintenance for a while, but to be honest, I think if you guys are having wallet issues, it could just be a faction of what's going on in the whole world right now. A lot of coding and programming issues, people being let go, moving around. I do think the coin is operating well based to my knowledge, okay? Like it's moving forward in a good place. I'm still working on getting a interview with Richard Els, and hopefully that will come within the next 6 months or something. To be honest, I'm not really pressuring it really hard. Like, you know, if it happens, it happens. But guys, I'm a technical analyst. Most of these podcasts want to focus just on news and about the coin and what's going on. That's probably what we'll be talking about, guys. I like to focus on the technical so I can give you guys the early warnings on the price movement so you can actually make these trades a reality for yourselves on your favorite exchange, okay? So for instance, even just getting in there, we had a lot of patterns within patterns here. Let's just zoom in for a second and just see what we were working with here. All right, so let's just draw some patterns here, guys. Now, the whole point of patterns and patterns within patterns, medium patterns and small patterns, is so you can get a good, accurate representation of where the price is moving in the immediate in combination with volume. I hear a lot of talk around the internet from supposed professionals or people that are proclaiming, and they're not, that you can't predict where the market's going in the immediate. Well, that's just false, okay? When you learn to apply certain characteristics to your technicals, you can actually predict where the market's going, especially when in combination with the volume movements, okay? Indication plays tell a really good story. Let's just talk about a couple examples right here. So, for instance, out of breakouts of patterns, you can start to look for new patterns. So for instance, as we touched here, you can start to think, hey, something is forming, possibly, and it could be many different things. Could have been a double bottom, could have been a wedge forming, could have been a symmetrical triangle. You guys get the idea. What ended up forming was a very nice symmetrical triangle with many points of support, actually only 2 on the bottom, but several on the top. So 1, 2, 3, take that as 4. Okay, so 4 touches, and then even acting as a support later. Guys, everything's relevant when discovering a pattern, okay? And what I like to do in these moments is look for pattern buys. So for instance, this would be against the grain, so I wouldn't have done that one. But this one I would have done. And then for instance, you could have put right in for a wedge right there. And then notice you get the indication play right there. So for instance, you could take the pattern buy with the grain, ride a nice little short, or the breakout of the pattern, guys, easy money all day. Right into nice little chains. Okay, I'm actually going to draw these out so you guys can see them. This is pretty aggressive, so bear with me. Guys, if you're not familiar with leverage, You have to learn patterns within patterns to make leverage a reality, especially if you're trying to nip gains within medium-sized patterns, okay? This is more advanced stuff. So guys, if you're, for instance, new to trading and you're getting excited, you really want to get into it, this took me a long time to master and learn. And to be transparent, as patterns are forming, these are very aggressive trades. They're smaller, they're quicker, you're locked in, you're watching. If guys, if you're distracted, you're doing other things, these aren't a reality for you yet, okay? I'm a full-time trader over here, okay? This is what I do. So for instance, if you have time dedication here, that's what this is all about. You can nail these little patterns back and forth, 5, 6, 7 trades a day, maximizing that profit margin. But as you guys can just clearly see here, just some nice chains, okay? Nice chains right here, okay? And notice you get the indication plays right prior to the movements out of each one. So for instance, right there's another one, right there's the next one, right there's the next one, and you guys get the idea. The chain was kind of broken here, that was a little too dirty for me. Starting a new descending wedge, and then here's where the breakout, the last one before the movement, and then actually just a teetering of the estimated moving average resistance there, and then the break just started to really fly through, and then there was a lot of volatility, and then the volume even picked up right under me here. It's like right there, the volume really started to pick up. And guys, so like right here at around, oh boy, what was it? I think it was like 1 p.m. or something. I was like, oh man, this is it, it's going. And my gosh, guys, just some extremely bullish favor right here, just some amazing times. But I'm going to keep going over all these patterns, guys. And for those of you who don't know how to measure all these patterns, use wedge theory, measure from the back of each one for a target projection, guys. And you're going to notice I'm just going to take one measurement here. You get the idea, guys. And then to the next one, point of break, a little shy on that one, this one. And guys, yes, you would want to measure each one of these. I'm just kind of giving you an idea so you can see exactly how just nice this works. Okay, there to there. Okay, notice how it lines up, guys. So for instance, some people lock in profits there. They form their next pattern, you know, and then just keep moving. Okay, so for instance, just like that, just like this, right in the next one. Nice little flag right there. You guys get the idea. Okay, lots of little patterns which tell a really nice story of where it's going. And then when you apply, you know, indications, it really just becomes clear. And to be transparent, guys, as you get better at trading over time, you don't need to have as many indications up. You can quickly just look at them briefly, rotate, cross the road, and then before you know it, you're in your trade. Remember, trading is peer-to-peer, and when you're trying to trade against you're technically trading against other people. So you want to be in the market quicker, you want to be out of the market at the right time, maximizing your profit potential, guys, quite simply. Okay, but let's just zoom ahead a little bit here. Let's talk about this move right here. Now, I'm just going to draw a bigger pattern here. You guys get the idea what we're working with. Okay, so I'm actually going to do a descending broadening wedge right here. Okay, now the reason I went right through the price action right there is because we had many points of reference otherwise. Remember, crypto is evolving. Okay, with that comes volatility. Sometimes we're going to get oversold and overbought territory outside of what would be typical pattern analysis. Okay, so for instance, we do have the crossing of the 7 and the 20. Let's just, you guys get patterns within patterns at this point after that, I hope, and let's just keep moving forward. Okay, so for instance, we get the crossing of the 7 and the 20 here. We notice the volume is rising. Okay, what happens when the volume rises? The moving average moves up. Notice the stotch was loaded. Okay, if you don't know what that means, it means that it was overbought and the estimated moving averages were tight. Okay, what's that mean, guys? Consolidation. Okay, I can talk about the Bollinger Bands before I even pull them up here. Bollinger Bands would have been tightening up right through here. Let's look and see. Look how tight they got. Look at the widening, the tightening right before the move. That's a barbell I want to curl, guys. That's a massive move coming, guys. That's what that video was all about, okay? Make sure you're maximizing your profit margin by understanding the volume spikes and their relevance to the current price action, okay? So let's just go over this a little further. Now, here's the point. Let me zoom in here. We're actually going to go to like, let me check the 1 hour for a second. Okay, here we go. So, for instance, starting on the bigger time frames, as soon as we got the crossing back here, you also got it here on the 1 hour. Say like you missed it on the smaller time frames. Remember, smaller time frames, quicker entries, but you can always cross the road to make sure you're getting a solidified price movement. And guys, this was what that was. So, for instance, say like you missed the early indications, you took it right here, you noticed all the volume increase. Guys, that was an easy trade here, riding up for some nice profits, right into a pennant. I mean, guys, it doesn't get any smoother than this. And then a nice pump right out of it. And yes, guys, we're probably going to retest the 20 right now. on the 1 hour, so I'm guessing we'll go down to like 19, or 0.0195, I'm guessing. And then let's see what happens with the volume. Guys, remember, the volume will decrease, the stocks will be oversold and start to decrease down into loaded territory, and then we could get another move, okay? This could actually still be on here. This just started within the last day. Guys, I cannot stress enough. You're going to look back at these Electroneum prices and think about all the people who have said, oh, this will never end, all the negative comments. And you're going to really despise that because they actually stopped you from getting in on a coin that is going to do really well. Something I really believe in is good coin economics and good favor. For instance, they're doing a lot of good deeds. They're giving the unbanked people money. They have a good team. They try to do good by people. And you know what? Guys, that doesn't always make the price fly right away. But when the economics behind the coin start to actually develop and people see value, that's when the price will spike. Now, there's lots of jokes, you know, Electroneum hit $1 or more someday. And yeah, guys, I really do think it will. You know, I hold a lot of Electroneum. You guys understand that. And I believe in this coin, okay? Let's see how the volume and the metrics play out over the next several months as, for instance, Bitcoin starts to get a rise, hopefully punching through yellow logarithmic zones and hoping to touch the red ones, okay? When we touch red logarithmic zones, okay, just quickly on the Bitcoin price, okay, let me pull up the logs, okay? So guys, we're in yellow zone right now. Okay, so as we break through that, you want to be leveraging through these positions, okay? We're going to be kind of playing, so basically longs are going to be more prevalent soon unless we break trend. You get the idea. And you want to be taking your profits wherever red zone is. Now the beauty of the situation that we're in, we're mimicking the second cycle. As Bitcoin, cryptocurrency as a whole, takes longer to develop, aka higher prices, the higher this high will be touching top logarithmic zones, guys. That's a fact, based off of history and its 4 cycles prior. Okay, this is a repeat of history, just an evolution of history. Okay, let's be real. If we're not learning from history or understanding its evolution, we're doomed to repeat history and make the same mistakes, guys. I won't be that guy. That's why I go so all in on my decisions. I know what I'm doing. I believe, and you know, a lot of people, the majority of people that don't understand the space, you know, they think I'm crazy. Even the space, you know, I've had many professionals say, oh, you should never go, you know, more than 20% into crypto. Guys, I'm like 99% in crypto. I barely have any cash out. It's funny, the bank thinks I don't have any money. It's hilarious. And you know what? As these investments continue to extrapolate, which are uncashed out gains for the majority, someday, you know, when the cash outs happen, I mean, my gosh, just biblical times. But let's be real, guys. Cryptocurrency is not going anywhere. It is not. They have been trying to regulate, trying to stop, but it's the freedom of the people, and too many people believe. And before you know it, everyone will see it, just like a previous interest that was had, which was the credit card. Okay, guys? Remember those early stages. It took 40 years to develop. Same with many other commodities, like gold, silver. The development of this coin will be biblical for those who have invested in the early stages, guys, and it is simple as that. Okay? But guys, definitely with Electroneum, definitely some really higher times to be had here, okay? Remember, once we start to retest some of these resistances, okay? Kind of got a little bounce right here, didn't quite make it. But guys, understand, we can easily surpass 4 cents. You know, the old high of 23 cents, guys, I think I'd be daunted even within this cycle. Let's see what happens. Hold those bags strong, buy those retracements, accumulate as much as you can, guys. You'll look back on these moments and realize that I have been on to something the whole time, guys. I'm telling you, don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make a lot of money, okay? And guys, that's all the time I have for today. These are wild times with Electroneum, and my gosh, I could not be happier with what's going on, guys. When I can give you guys a call a week ahead of time, just by a little volume reference and basic indication, my gosh, guys, when I applied the advanced indication learning and just, oh my gosh, it's just screaming out at me, guys. That's how I'm able to predict these movements. Once you see the price action for what it is, you understand the metrics, the coin economics, where the coin is. This, like, I even know some of the staff. You know, at this point, there's a reality that you can predict these movements, okay? A lot of people get lost in news, and yes, you should always factor it in, guys, but understand, the graphs tell a great story. The indication plays tell where the price action's moving, And then when you understand the volume in combination with that, guys, targets and entries just become apparent. If you don't understand those things, that is what the student program is for, guys, and I've made it very easy to sign up. You can see every expectation you can imagine from this. And guys, let me be very real with you. The whole point of this is just really undercut colleges. Colleges are not onto the new way of learned profession in this sense. Like, for instance, they're not adapting to the evolution of the market. Okay, a lot of people are still teaching old book learned knowledge, and you know what, guys, that just doesn't work anymore. Okay, you have to take a new spin on looking at things to make this work for yourself. Remember, volatility can avail you good profits, but also losses. And guys, right now my course costs only $7,500. I have people coming from trade school spending near $100 and not able to replicate in those programs come to me and discover their freedom. Guys, I cannot stress enough, we have a 100% success rate. That means everyone who's joined my program has not lost money. Yes, we have had a few people back out, but guys, those people backed out went 5 hours, and it seemed like they just wanted 5 hours actually looking back. You know, I don't think that's a loss. I think if they would have kept going, they'd be just like everyone else in the program, which is a massive profit. Guys, I had a student last month, I had several students actually clear around $400,000. I'm not gonna give any names, but guys, this is a real thing. If you're not making that kind of money, ask yourself the question, what are you waiting for? Think to yourself, in a year, I won't be teaching. Understand what you have right now. My page has only been around a year. I'm like the new candy on the shelf, so to speak. It's incredible. And you know what, guys? I know the knowledge that I'm putting out there is unique. That's the point. And I gotta say, me and Zion, we feel it, guys. These are just some amazing times. I feel like just engaging with people these days, it really influences them in some vast way to look at the market differently. Everywhere I go, people are starting to wake up. People are interested in crypto. I get new student inquiries every single day. When I meet people, they're taking pictures with me and stuff now. And to be honest, my page isn't even that big. So guys, you know what? We're on a path that just can't be altered as long as I'm alive, and I can just continue moving things in a positive way for everybody. Continue teaching people their financial freedom through an understanding of the technicals, guys. It has been one of the greatest rewards I've ever had, besides making a lot of money and even, you know, my kids, for instance. But guys, you got to think to yourself, just remember, if you don't come from a rich family must come from you. And with cryptocurrency, I make it as easy as riding that wave. I am Crypto Matrix. I'll catch you guys later.
Audio Jungle.